Ever wonder what happens when $100 million is on the line and family turns against family? Get ready, because we're diving into one of the most shocking inheritance battles you've ever heard of. This isn't just a story about money. It's a saga of secrets, betrayal, and a family legacy completely torn apart in a public courtroom drama. At the center of it all was Robert, a self-made tycoon who built an empire from scratch. He was known for his sharp mind and even sharper business tactics. He had 3 children, the ambitious eldest son Leo, the artistic middle daughter Clara, and the free-spirited youngest, Sam. On the surface, they were the picture of a perfect, wealthy family. But underneath, tensions had been simmering for years. When Robert passed away, everyone expected a straightforward distribution of his massive fortune. But when the will was read, it dropped a bombshell that no one saw coming. The entire $100 million estate, the sprawling mansion, the art collection, everything, was left to just one person, and it wasn't any of his children. It was left to a little-known, distant cousin named Amelia, a woman the children had barely even met. Chaos erupted. Leo, who had worked alongside his father for decades, felt utterly betrayed. He believed he was the rightful heir, the one who had sacrificed everything for the family business. Clara, who had always felt misunderstood by her father, saw this as his final, cruel act of disapproval. Sam, who had always been distant from the family's wealth, was surprisingly the most hurt, feeling erased from his father's life entirely. United by their shock and anger, the 3 siblings decided to contest the will. Their argument: they claimed their father was not of sound mind when he signed it. They painted a picture of an elderly man, easily manipulated, and they pointed the finger directly at Amelia. They accused her of taking advantage of their father in his final, vulnerable years, slowly poisoning him against his own children. The court battle was brutal, and it played out for everyone to see. The media had a field day, splashing every dirty detail across the headlines. Family secrets that had been buried for generations were unearthed. We learned about Leo's failed business ventures that his father secretly bailed him out of. We heard about Clara's estrangement after a bitter fight years ago. We discovered Sam's secret life, which he had hidden from his conservative father. Amelia's lawyers fought back just as hard. They presented evidence that Robert was perfectly lucid until the very end. They showed journals and letters he had written, detailing his growing disappointment with his children. He felt they were entitled, ungrateful, and only cared about his money. In his eyes, Amelia was the only one who showed him genuine affection and respect, without ever asking for a dime. She visited him, listened to his stories, and reminded him of a simpler time. The trial became a he-said, she-said nightmare. Friends, former employees, and even distant relatives were called to the stand, each telling a different version of the truth. The siblings' united front began to crumble under the pressure. Old rivalries resurfaced. Leo accused Clara of being selfish, while Clara called Leo a greedy opportunist. Sam just wanted it all to end. They were not just fighting for money anymore. They were fighting over their memories, their pride, and their very identity. In the end, the judge made a stunning decision. The will was upheld. Amelia inherited everything. The court found no credible evidence that Robert was manipulated. Instead, the evidence suggested a deliberate, calculated choice by a man who felt abandoned by his own children. The verdict was a crushing blow. The siblings lost the inheritance, but they lost something far more valuable: each other. They left the courtroom as strangers, their family bond shattered beyond repair. This story serves as a powerful and tragic reminder that wealth can't buy happiness, and it certainly can't buy family. What do you think? Is the father right, or did the children deserve a second chance? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you found this story as fascinating as I did, make sure to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.